Welcome to Blade HQ, everybody, and happy St. Patrick's Day. Today is Monday, March 17th, 2025, and we've got a ton of new knives to talk about. Today's episode is sponsored by Buck Knives, one of our favorite brands here. Buck is a USA-made company that has been known for their premium quality knives at really affordable prices for the longest time possible. In fact, I was talking to custom knife maker Darren Thomas, who's Laren's uncle, and he said that the blessing of the heat treatment on Buck is the best thing you can give a knife. Their heat treats are second to none, thanks to that Boss heat treat. Buck is incredible. This is a cool knife. They actually supplied for a giveaway in the live. By the way, join us every Monday morning or every Monday afternoon at noon Mountain Standard for an awesome giveaway from whatever knife company may be sponsoring us. But this guy has the brand new Cocobolo handle scales, which is a really premium hardwood you find on a lot of tool handles. It's really dense, impervious to the elements because of natural resin contents in it. Just a premium handle for a really iconic knife in a nice leather sheath. Made in the USA and backed by an amazing warranty. Thank you, Buck, for sponsoring this episode. Also, on the knife news front, Washington State has a bill that is seeking to repeal the spring blade ban that they've had for years. It has passed the Senate and is on the House floor right now. If you are a citizen of the state of Washington, I invite you to write to your representatives in the state House and invite them to vote to support this repeal of that bill so that you guys can carry your beloved switchblades once again. Without further ado, let us talk new knives. Starting with something that isn't a knife, we have Lynch Northwest with these Desert Warrior pocket clips. So we have a couple different flavors of these. Like this one's the standard one, however, it has the wire clip interface. We also have the Para 3. But in classic Desert Warrior fashion, these are pink anodized and they have blue sprinkles lasered on them. Lynch Northwest clips are really good. My favorite thing about them is their warranty. If you tweak it or if you break it on a seatbelt or something, just send a picture or whatever to Lynch Northwest and they'll replace it. It's a very good warranty. And I love that they have Desert Warrior flavors. So we have this guy for the wire clips. We have this guy specifically for the Para 3, so you can dodge the lanyard hole. And lastly, we have the AD 20.5 for all you Demco fans out there. So if you wanted to put a little bit of Desert flair on your knife, we have a few of these left. They're going for $34 even. Next up, new from NAFS, we have a couple new flavors of the Yipper. So the Yipper is a Ben Peterson design, which you can kind of see by this little nubbin right here where your finger kind of grabs. That to me is a dead giveaway. This is a Ben Peterson design. Very fun, a nice textured G10 handle. The newness here comes from the blade finish and the handle color. So we have a black finish and an OD green, as well as a satin and a orange one. And these ones do have the new thumb studs, so you're not gonna end up hitting the backspacer like some of the original Yippers did, but they are coming right out of the box. Magna cut blades and a great price. $139.90 gets you an excellent EDC knife on the MKM Yipper with the new colors. Next up, Flytanium has the Zenith 2.0 trainers. So the Zenith came out a little while ago and it was extremely popular because what I love about it, at least, is it was made truly for the flippers. It wasn't just something you grab to dink around with. We had true Zen pins, bushings in the pivots, a really nice design. However, there were some notes that the community had, the butterfly knife flippers had, and some of those included flattening out these pommels, making these screws just a little bit more robust, and a bite indicator. So you have a full-length bite indicator. See if you can catch it here. You can see how this thing kind of comes to a corner on this side. It's really rounded off, and that's so you'll feel this, and it won't cut you, but it'll remind you, oh, if this were a knife, that would have been an edge. But other than that, this thing flips like an absolute dream. Really a nice balisong flipper. Comes in a bunch of different colors. This guy's got this red aluminum, and all these have this anodized. It's really chalky. It almost reminds me of ProTech. A nice grip. So smooth if you need to flip it around in your hand, but nice and easy to pinch down on to get it to stop the flips. Got the red. We have green with a black blade. That one's kind of fun. We have purple. This one's my favorite because who doesn't love purple? And we got blue. So whatever color you are into with your butterfly trainer works, you can probably get it in a Zenith 2.0. These are going for $60 and they are hotly anticipated. I imagine they might sell out this first time around, but never fear, they will come back in the future. Next up, new from Jack Wolf Knives, we have the Diamondback Jack. And Jack Wolf seems to be on a bit of a kick lately, doing not slip joints, but sort of these slip joint inspired front flippers with a little frame lock mechanism in here. So if I rotate this here, you'll see a lock, which I do appreciate because Jack Wolves spare no expense when it comes to the quality. You have S90V blades, beautiful inlays. This one's got this marbled carbon fiber and these black-coated titanium accents. They are nice, but they are fast, they have pocket clips, and they lock now. These ones go out for $349. So as I said, no expense is spared, and when you spare no expense, the knife gets expensive. We also have this guy, which has a bit of a stone-washed blade and a micarta handle with sort of these more textured bolsters and a bit of a bronze anodize on the pocket clip and the backspacer. A nice accent. This one, to me, seems like more of a patina piece. Like, you know, something that's going to age in your pocket. This is the guy. And then if you want to go the purple route, like we were talking about earlier, we have a full satin S90V, purple anodized backspacer and pocket clip, and this purple haze carbon fiber. Very, very fun indeed. From Jack Wolf Knives. Next up from Benchmade, the Bedlam, the mini Bedlam is here. This guy is a lot of fun. S90V, and this particular version has a carbon fiber handle and the sort of coppery, bronzy anodized accents. This thing is a tactical powerhouse. It has a nice big handle with a giant hook out the back here, which really holds onto your hand if you need to strike with this, dare I say, sharpened pommel, and a nice sweeping edge for slashing as well. But because it's nice and small, and it's rather pocketable and easy to carry. Now, it comes in a few different flavors, and what I really like is the flavors all have different sort of textures to them. So it's not just a difference in color, but there's like a difference in everything going on, making these very collectible as well. This one's the carbon fiber with the stonewash. The carbon fiber is a little more expensive, goes for $450. However, for $350, you can get these ones with the G10. Once again, S90V blades. This one's the serrated one, and this one's got this black G10 handle and steel liners. And this one feels nice and grippy. What I really appreciate here is on this guy, you have this sort of track in which your thumb slides when you run the axis lock. Very nice and easy to run. Reversible pocket clips on all of the above, by the way, which is extra fun because I know a lot of people who carry tactical knives might carry them weak side as they prioritize a firearm for self-defense. So if that speaks to you, then the mini Bedlam's a really great pick for you. And the last version, and my personal favorite, is this guy. And I think the Diamondback texture, almost Diamondback, rattlesnake, I don't know. It kind of reminds me of reptilian creatures. But S90V blade on this guy, and that same pocket clip and pommel combo you've always seen. This one just looks and feels super cool to me. But the Benchmade Mini Bedlam is here. You can order it on pre-order right now, but later this week it will drop formally, and you can just order it and get it to your door as soon as possible. Very exciting from Benchmade. Next up, we talked a little bit about these last week, but the Chaves Integrals. We saw some last week that we picked up at Blade Show Texas. However, these ones are coming this week, and they are the more standard variants. So this one is the stone-washed or bead-blasted blade, sort of a matte finish titanium integral, as always. A very nice skull pocket clip, very nicely done. We also have the bead blast titanium and belt satin finish. This is my favorite because it really shows that grind line popping. My favorite thing about a Chaves is its grind. These are looking really good as well. Once again, integrals, $375 for all of them. And what I really appreciate is this, they're calling it a black PVD or a gray PVD. It looks like it might have a bit of a stonewash on it too. So it's a nice matte black finish, which feels very tactical. And I appreciate that Chaves sort of moves in the tactical direction, but doesn't like fall over that way. This definitely could be if you're a police officer or in the SWAT team or whatever, this knife could get the job done. But also if you're an EDC or somebody who likes to dress it up a little, the Chaves will do that just as well. Very, very well done from the Chaves team. $375 for each of those. And the last knife we have on the table is the Vosteed Parallel. Now this guy is, I mean, it looks like a pretty conventional EDC knife. Got a nice handle, got a reverse tanto blade. It's gonna be nice and easy to puncture things, slice, etc. But it is paper thin. This blade might be 90 thou thick, so it's gonna slice like a dream. And these titanium handles, nicely contoured, are very thin as well. So it is going to vanish in your pocket, but the way they've designed the handle, it fills out the hand quite nicely. I could comfortably use this for a good long while before getting any hot spots from the thin handle. Reversible pocket clip, crossbar lock for ambidextrous carry, and a very satisfying action. This guy has this fun sort of multicolor topographical texture, which I appreciate because the topo pattern really is awesome because it reminds you of maps in Adventure. But I love that they have multiple colors here because when you read a real topographical map, it will give you different colors, like which direction is up and which direction is down, that sort of thing. I think it's a lot of fun. So that goes for $169. Anyway, that is all the knives we have on the table today. Once again, thanks to Buck Knives for sponsoring this episode. If you enjoy knife content, subscribe to Blade HQ, and we will see you next time.